So, at an individual level, like in what circumstances do you see that there'll be a reckoning in somebody's life that they see that they need to take self-knowing in a much serious fashion?
All right. In my life, see, I'm 70 years old, and I've been doing this work from my 33rd year. Very silently, very quietly, not making noise, not wanting to build a spiritual empire, very anonymously in the spirit of the illustrious master Krishnamurti, for whom anonymity is very important. Because where there is no anonymity, then the self becomes self-aggrandizing. Then you see all the rot which is happening in the world. What was your question?
My question is, in what circumstances?
Right, okay, got it. Now you see, I have seen that there are a very minuscule number of human beings who by divine architecture are seekers and yogis, and they get into the pursuit of the divine, the pursuit of the righteous life, the pursuit of truth, and they give up everything. They give up their wealth, they give up their education, they give up their family life, give their married life, and go in search of the divine. Now you know from the life of the sages and the saints that they are in that category. Now for them, there is a portal, they can enter into the kingdom of self-knowing, and there will be the dawn of self-knowing. Now there is a second portal for those people who have had visitation of misfortunes, where your whole world turns upside down, and all the things which you amassed and which were a sheet anchor for you, the whole thing is taken away from you. There are a number of examples in the Bible. The book of Job, you have the example where Job loses everything, and then a portal opens for you when you are hit by those misfortunes. Now only then you can come to the divine. Please understand. Otherwise, your coming to the divine is shallow, is superficial, is very regrettable.
Selfish.
Is selfish. Okay, because it's just just by a belief, just by a faith. Now, what for do you have that faith? What for do you have that belief?
Or fear.
Or fear, yes.
To fulfill some desires.
To fulfill some desires.
Or a promise of heaven.
Inability to face life, to face the uncertainties of life.
Right.
So it's a very shallow gate through which you're coming to the divine, to the Father in heaven. Now, when you're hit by this misfortune, then you have an opportunity to come into the kingdom of self-knowing. That's the second portal. Third portal is for all the people who cross 60 or 65 years of life, then the attraction and the fascination of sensory life and sensory gratification falls away. It just falls away. You're no more enamored of that. And then you start asking philosophical questions. Who am I and who is God? And how should I build my life? And a whole new inquiry begins for you after you're 60 or 65. But it happens so imperceptibly that if you're not very aware and awake, you may not even realize that a shift has already happened. Now for those people for whom a shift has happened, 60, 65, for them the third portal. Now then the journey towards the divine actually begins.